and it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. He's going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader, Vic, once again, back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side, is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Good evening, race fans. We are back here at the Nordschleife this evening, and it is for the MX5 Cups this evening at Phoenix Sim Sport, and it's going to be action-packed as per usual. But before we get into proceedings, we'll just give a shout-out to our affiliation sponsors there, Asetek Sim Sports. So if you are in the market for new wheels, pedals, gear shifters, etc., all the good stuff for your sim rig, head on down, give them a visit, fill up your basket, get down to the checkout, and put in the code Phoenix Sim Sport to get a lovely 5% off of us. And we're going to get right into proceedings here this evening. Just a minute left of practice for these guys, and then we're getting into qualifying. And it is, yep, MX5 round the Nordschleife, and it is the endurance setup. Is anyone out on track at the moment? So it will be the normal format for these guys, unlike the Tatuses yesterday that ran for the hour. Set 419 out in the buzz. Yep, so it is just the normal 20 minutes and 20 minutes with reverse grid. So expect 3 laps from these guys per race. And we've seen some really fast guys in practice already. Joining me in the comments box this evening is Jake. Welcome along, Jake.
Hello.
How are we doing there, buddy?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
All good at this end. Still on the cam down from the Tatus last night. That was exciting round here, and it looks like the MX5s are just going to be as fun.
Yeah, it should be fun. MX5s are always good around whatever track, but I think bringing them to Nordschleife just throws a lot more drama into the mix, doesn't it?
It is, and we've got some really fast guys out there. We've seen in practice so far. But we are obviously reset the times, so we don't get any spoilers of who was the quickest. But we'll wait up for qualifying next. And yeah, get some hype up in the chat as well. It's going to be an absolute flyer tonight, guys. Everybody loves the Nordschleife. And everybody loves the MX5s. And combination is going to be great fun to watch, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got our usual amounts, which is good to see. 16, 17 of us, so should be some good racing. I mean, we've got the new, still keeping with the new drivers that we've had from previous weeks, which is great to see. So they're still joining along. Great to see, isn't it? So not long left, and obviously we'll be into qualifying.
Speaking of the devil, there we go, straight into qualifying. 10 minutes underway for the drivers. So it will be a one and gun for these guys. We'll get on board with somebody eventually. There we go. Miku, first out, by the looks of things. And it will be, as I said, these guys will get one go to get round on their out lap, then it will be a hot lap for them. So it's going to be all or nothing, this qualifying.
Yeah, definitely. And with it being such a long lap, and we're still just staying with the usual 10-minute qualifying, it's obviously all or nothing, isn't it? One mistake and your hot lap, best lap, one single flying lap is just going to be destroyed, isn't it?
That's it, it's all or nothing, so your grid position is going to count on this. Well, not so much this lap right now being the out lap, but the next lap, that'll be the flyer. Franz Hermann is here to watch, watch out, oh dear. The great hat, Franz Hermann, setting lap records around the Nordschleife the other day. In the GT3s. Very impressive.
So was Max Verstappen, wasn't he? He was out. Seems he can drive anything.
It is Max Verstappen in disguise. And yeah, absolutely did prove that you can drive anything and drive extremely bloody fast. As I said, lap record it was. I've seen the helicam. That was impressive footage. I wish I could actually drive like that for ACC, but it's not going to happen. Sweet. Still on board with Miku, coming up Foxhole. He is exceptionally fast round here. I've had the pleasure of being tailed by him for most of the lap in an MX5 while driving an RS16 round here. RS1600. Yeah, fast round the corners, those little things, those MX5s.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they? I mean, you can carry so much, especially with this track, you can carry so much speed in and out of all the corners, really, can't you?
You can indeed. And no one's still in the pits. Aiden hasn't left the pits yet.
No, neither is
Neither's
Nestor.
Nestor. And of course, I'm not leaving the pits for obvious reasons, so Laurie's out. They're going to have to hurry up because they have to cross the line before the 10 minutes is up.
And I mean, we're down to what, 8 minutes left?
Yeah, 7 minutes 20 on the clock.
I think I need to message Aiden and get him to get a move on this. Get out the pits. Come on, Aiden.
Yeah, I don't think he's even going to have time, I'm afraid. It's going to be an average of about, what, 8:30 to get round here for most of these guys. So it would have been just leaving the pits. They would have had a minute and a half to get out the pits and round.
And the same with Nestor, currently in 10th, obviously, because no one set a lap. But Aiden, Nestor, and yeah, both of them not out the pits. So
Yeah.
they've got some problems. Oh, Aiden comes out the pits now on his out lap, but he's not going to get round, unfortunately. So.
No, but he's going to get some track time. Map going a bit wide there. As we see 419. He's trackside. And that's not good.
No, definitely not. Well, I don't think he was even just getting out of the way of them, but because even unless he's not put the right amount of fuel or something in, but I don't know what's happened there.
Well, it's going to have to be a short. That's the thing. It's a very short outlap at that. At just over, well, just under 10 minutes, because he's throwing the guys really out there to go full throttle straight away. So mistakes are probably going to happen. So,
Yeah, still, we're on board, aren't we, with GOVEE at the moment? There's still about halfway around the lap, so still quite a way to go. But of course, very good lap. Once you get into the racing, I think should be there's some good battles, I think, up and down, hopefully, with what we've seen in practice.
aye, absolutely. There should definitely be some decent pocket battles in amongst the field. We do have some very quick drivers out there who may just scamper off into the distance. Even though it's 3 laps, it's 3 very long laps round here at the Nordschleife. And as we saw on the tax yesterday, anything can go happen. We see GOVEE clipping the curb there. A little skip to Parmesan. Excuse me, I've got a bit of the hiccups there.
On board with Parmesan, just around. They've got 5 minutes, so they're all gonna get a lap. Obviously, like we mentioned, Aiden and Nestor not getting laps, but majority of the field getting some laps. So be interesting once the top guys start their laps. What can be done between all of them for the fight for pole?
Well, this is like the top 3 that we're kind of looking at the moment, which is Parmesan, and you see Cody there and Miku just ahead of him. So this is looking very close on the out lap. I wonder what they're going to be like spicy on their hot lap. And will they be using the toe from one another down the dot and her? Maybe that's the little tactic. Stay close to them on this out lap and then use that big long straight at the dot and her to get the slipstream on your opponents. Get some extra speed.
I think that's what they're trying, isn't it? I mean, we saw that at the tracks like Daytona last week and Silverstone the first round. Obviously, all even in qualifying, getting the slipstream helped with their lap time, and also obviously all throughout the races. But obviously tonight, with it being 3-lap race, you're going to have about a 25-minute race, aren't we? So 2 25 minutes, which should be good.
It's going to be interestingly fun indeed. It's going to be hard work in these cars. I noticed a lot of the drivers yesterday were a little bit exhausted at the end of the taxes, but a lot of fun either way. But we are getting to the end of their outlaps now. Lead 3 here. He said it's being headed by Miku at the moment. He'll be slipstreaming Cody. He'll be giving Parmesan that lovely punching hole in the air. Oh, but Parmesan backs off, gives them space.
That's interesting. I mean, could he have thought, I was going to suggest earlier that are they all going out straight out the box to follow and then get the slipstream, or but Parmesan decides to back off and let them two go ahead and obviously get his own lap in without the distractions of them two in front.
Yeah, exactly. And it's Cody that's going to be pushing Miku here as we start the dot in the hurt. Hazards going on from Miku. He's letting him go.
He
Off
is as
goes
well, so
Cody.
he's going to get that toe, isn't he? For
He
the rest
is.
of, he's going to stay behind him for the majority of this lap.
So is that Miku playing it smart, just letting Cody punch the hole in the air here down the straight. And really get a good start to his lap. It's a long, long straight here. See the top three going through. Then it's Mav, fourth on the road there. Behind him we have
very
Peck.
long, isn't it?
Oh, it's just
Very long straight.
It's a mile long, I believe. Or just over a mile long.
Yeah, I thought the one that I raced at, Snetterton, the back straight there, I thought that Bentley straight, I thought that was a
Oh
very
no,
long.
dot on the hood is an incredibly long straight.
Feels like a lifetime though in the Fiesta in real life, like you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. You can sit there, have your lunch and a drink by the time you get back down to the braking zone. It's crazy, but it's a very good track though.
Now these guys should be safe for starting their laps. There you go, some of these guys are putting in starter laps. There's their 810s, 808s from Miku out the box. Mikel should make it.
Maybe some that don't, like we said earlier. They're just going to get their outlappers their time, isn't it? I mean, they're not going to get an actual proper lap, which is a shame. So obviously they left the pits too late, which perhaps they're unaware that they only still had the regular 10 minutes. But I'd imagine that they should all, you know, now that with them being here, the start majority of them, you'd think that they'd know. But obviously, of course, then like we say, they're not all of them are going to get their lap, which is a shame.
Yeah, exactly that. And it does look like Miku has set the fastest time out of the box so far. Mikel is sitting there, 45 seconds left on the clock. Will he get it over the line in time? I think it's going to be tight here for Mikel. His championship doesn't need this right now. He could do with a fast lap and a good spot up the grid to start this race. He needs points,
Yeah,
does
It's
Mikel.
going to be close, isn't it, for him to get his lap in? 25 seconds on the clock for him to get to the start line. So he's going to be pushing this to get round.
I think he's only just going to get it, but anyone else behind him, I don't think is going to get a second chance at a lap here.
No.
And across the line, he does. He just gets it and no more. So Mikel will be the last person to get a lap in here. Everyone else, times are set. Our time's not set. 4:19 will not get a time on the board. Or it'll be an out of the pit one.
We did see him parked up, didn't we, trackside to begin with, so whether he had some technical issues or don't know what happened there, but obviously maybe if that hadn't have happened, he probably maybe would have got across the line, I'm guessing.
He maybe would have. Sopenin, he would have definitely got his lap in. Throwing the car around there.
Good car control from Sopenin, isn't he? I mean, you know, he's just got that set up and he's obviously been doing lots of practice, just slided the car around the corners. Great stuff from Sopenin.
He's definitely loving the handling of these MX5s by the looks of things. Just throwing it into corners very happily. With the overtime there, we should hopefully get to the end of the lap.
I don't know how long the overtime would be set for, because obviously sometimes it, even if there are cars still out, it just clicks over, doesn't it?
It does indeed. So hopefully these guys will get to the end of this lap. This being their fast lap. And we'll see what everyone can throw in here. Oh, up on the curbs there from Sopenin. Oh, good bit of cup of tea there. Right. Prison. Also got his lap in. So it's going to be a bit confusing with the amount of guys that are on track, because some obviously didn't make it. Mikhail definitely just made it. So Laurie didn't make it. Doesn't look like 419 made it. And Esther didn't make it out either. GOVEE not setting a time. Peck not setting a time. Aiden will not, unfortunately, get a time, I don't think. Well, he'll go to 11th. He made a circuit. He got round.
Yeah, that's good. Good stuff. At least, you know, he's getting the laps under his belt. It's good stuff to see. That even though he didn't get an actual flying lap, just getting the laps down, isn't he? But now we're back on board with Cody as he continues his flying lap.
Yep, the leaders are still out there setting at times. I see Cody and Miku really close at the moment.
Looking at the comments in Twitch, yeah, Leo's definitely going to be interesting. I mean, certainly with this track, I mean, the MX5s, if you've watched them in the past, certainly been great, haven't they, Paddy? But it's going to be an interesting one tonight, like you say, Leo.
Ah, Nestor just letting us know that he's got a quali ban. Oh no, 5 penalty markers. Ah, let's hope you get a little bit of a cleaner race then today, buddy.
Just about halfway round, aren't they? The front three that were set, that got across the line early, so still on board with Cody as he's continuing his lap.
Fantastic.
Interesting.
Fantastic sector this part. Look, Parmesan's right up there as well. These guys are going to be close up front for a time like. This is the fight for what will be pole position. Miki really kicking the back end of that car out, so is Parmesan. Oh, they're going for it, these boys.
Oh yeah, look, Parmesan all over the curbs. Brilliant stuff. Look, cool. Look, kicking the virtual grass up as well.
So let's see what he's going to go like in a little jump here. He's going to let off at all. Nope, foot down. Little lift. Easy peasy for Cody right there. Miku's only 1.9 behind, with 3.3 to Parmesan behind, so they're sticking really close to each other. Oh, so it could be a tough one for you then, Nestor. Unsure about the Nurburgring Nordschleife and having a quali bang as well. That's a bit brutal. Thoughts on who might win? It could be a three-way battle, I think, Leo. Any one of the three that we can see in the top three running at the moment, which is Cody, Mikhail, and Cody, Miku, and Parmesan. But don't count out Mikhail. I mean, he just got through in time to get a fast lap in, so we'll see what he does when he crosses the line. At the moment,
he was looking quite decent, wasn't he, Mikhail, in practice?
He was, yep. So we'll just have to see what he can pull off. Yeah, surviving, finishing the race is probably the best way to do it, man. Nice clean race, especially if you had a quali ban. Don't worry, I'm facing one shortly on the ACC unless I start having some cleaner races. And we're at the Nordschleife on Saturday for that one tomorrow. So that's going to be interesting.
Certainly, if you have the big grids like you did last week, that was mad last week, wasn't it? Like 35?
Oh, we started 41. 41 started Spa last week. And that was...
I can imagine the carnage.
Oh, there was only one casualty going up Eau Rouge. It was actually an extremely good Eau Rouge. Yeah, only one casualty. So, Nordschleife tomorrow, that's going to be fun. But let's see what the leaders can do coming through the final corner. Cody sets an 8:019. Miku Parmesan sets an 8:015. So it is Parmesan, Cody, and Miku setting up the top three right now. Great lap times from those guys. Here is Mikhail. He'll be the last one to set a lap time. Down through the Kleiners carousel. And he'll be coming up to the dot on the hill any second now. That'd be absolutely blasting it down towards the start-finish line, which will be at the end of Tiergarten. Sopanen jumps up to P4 with an 8.12. Mav with an 8.17, his best lap of the, well, the entire session I've seen so far since practice. P5.
Main battle at the moment looks like it's going to be between the top three, doesn't it, really? Because big gap to fourth, but, you know, just a bit of luck on the hot laps, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of the guys not making it out in time or making mistakes on their out laps. Unfortunately, just not getting that opportunity to run the second lap. Mikel, though, he will get his in. Parmesan with an 8.15, absolutely rapid. But it is going to be close.
We saw a late fast lap time from Cody, didn't we, in practice, about a similar pace, so it's going to definitely be interesting between the top two.
Yeah, and there's Mikel, he jumps up to P4, so that drops Mav down to P6, and Brian Garcia, he gets himself up at P7 with a time on the board, an 8.23, so 7 drivers setting times. The rest of the grid is more up in arms. Well, that was a very interesting qualifying session. It just shows you how difficult it can be for the drivers around here at the Nordschleife.
Yeah, definitely. It's certainly going to be interesting, this.
That's good. We're going to get a little break-off pack at the front, I can see. And then it's going to be a lot of fun afterwards, to be honest. There's a little... If the race pace can keep up with the qualifying pace, yeah, I think it's going to be good fun. As I said, there's a lot of splits. A lot of guys didn't set times. Oh no. He spun out the last corner. So, we've got a timer, we've got the countdown. Yep, we do indeed. And then, yeah, this is going to be an interesting grid indeed. Parmesan, Cody, and Miku.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's going to be very interesting. I mean, don't rule out Miku if the top, Mikel. If the top three, obviously, if there's any coming together, they're all, you know, 3 seconds off. But, you know, we've seen how lap times can improve, certainly with people further down the field, haven't we, since the start of the season?
Yeah, and that's exactly right. As I said, with a lot of the guys not setting times, it's going to be a little bit of a mixed grid at the back. Nestor with his qualifying ban as well will be starting near enough the back, straight off the bat.
Yeah.
I think the midfield's just really mixed up. There's a lot of faster guys in there who have just not managed to get a timeout. So I could see this being quite a battle, this first race. And then just, well, second race is going to be reverse grid, so even more frantic, I think.
Carnage.
Yeah,
Yep.
Lots of carnage. But this is, we want to see some good, clean racing, but a little bit of carnage also didn't go wrong either. Just makes for a bit of entertainment, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've got Brian in the Asetek chat on the screen now asking about how much fuel to use, and Parmesan suggesting 23 litres for this race, so it's good to see them all helping each other out. It's great to see, isn't it?
Ah, indeed. Now, I've set myself back to the pit lane. Yes, I have. Just double checking that one.
Not long till lights out. Got a minute or so, I think, haven't we? Red lights will be coming on soon. Long till lights out.
I've got about 3 minutes, I believe, until lights out. Yeah, 2.5 minutes until left on the clock before we go lights out. We're gonna sit on board, I think, with I think we'll sit with Sopanen P7 to start this one. It says P7, but is he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No, he's at P5. The grid order's a bit silly again. It did this at Tatis yesterday. But yeah, it's a strong looking grid.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got some people in the mix, like you say, Nestor with the qualifying ban, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do within the first lap or so, when everyone's obviously bunched right up, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it looks like it could possibly be that GOVEE also had a qualifying ban, with him starting at the back of the grid. But we'll just have to be... We'll have to double check at the end of the race, but it looks like it. But we're about to get ourselves underway. 1.5 minutes, well, just under before lights go out. It's going to be an absolute blitz, I think, off the line. And what do you think? A little bit of chaos?
Yeah, there's always got to be around here, aren't there? Reverse grid or no reverse grid, it's always a bit of carnage. There's bound to be. Somewhere, first couple of corners, someone will say it, someone will cause some disasters.
I mean, yeah, it's just like, it's so tight and it's so technical around here. It's going to be... I can see a few of the guys trying to go 3 wide, which is never going to be a good thing.
Not going to work. Maybe along the very, very long 1 mile straight it might work, but apart from that, good bit of slipstreaming down the back straight, I reckon. But apart from that, you know, nowhere else really can see 3 wide, let alone 2 at a certain point.
That's exactly right. As we're just about to get ready for the lights to go out.
Not long to go, 20-25 seconds, not long. Brace yourselves, everyone. Watch for the carnage.
So, when lights are out, I'm going to be illuminated. 3 laps in the Nurburgring Nordschleife. The endurance layout with the MX5s are coming up. 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's going to get a good start? Oh, they're off. Miku with an absolute flying start. You saw the back end of the car just dipping there as off he goes.
Yeah, very good start from him. I mean, Soperham didn't get the best of starts, did he? But, you know, still stayed in 5th position.
Yep, Cody out in the lead. Oh, it's Parmesan out in the lead, sorry, and then Cody in second. Oh, Mav taking a bit of a shortcut there.
Oh, and someone else. I think they did they help that? I don't think they did. Yeah, no, I don't think they did. Fiala it was. So I think he had a bit of problem over that couple of corners. Everyone going right over the grass, doing a bit of rallycross, using their Mazda as a lawnmower. Maverick sent Deslin back down after he's lost a couple of places from over the grass, but he's stayed constant in 7th, right behind Prison. So he's going to be looking to make his positions up, isn't he?
Yeah, he is looking to do so. There's GOVEE. He's made up a few spots up into P8, so a good start from GOVEE for sure. He'll be looking to hunt down Maverick now, who's up into P7. So there is a bit of a battle going on up at the front that we should take a little notice of, and it's Parmesan and Cody. Oh, going through Blue Plats.
And side by
Cody
side
with the inside line. Yep. Oh.
Oh, still side by side. Oh, it's slipped back in now, Parmesan, so Cody ahead. Still, Parmesan trying to get up the inside there, so any opportunity, any tiny gap to run side by side, back side by side again.
Up the inside, oh, keeps it tight, Cody's still there. This is giving a chance for Miku to keep up. And Luke just behind him as well.
And
It's
Mikel,
Mikel, yeah, exactly. So, it's like qualifying lap paying off. All the way up the back end of Miku. And these two at the front, Parmesan and Cody battling hard.
Aiden with a consistent start, stayed in near or near about his position, P13 at the moment. We've got a little gap to Fiala in 14th, so if he can keep with his consistent lap times like we've seen earlier in practice and his one out lap in line, hopefully he has a good race. We've got Mav in P7 being hunted down by GOVEE in P8, so GOVEE all over the back of Mav. Certainly, I reckon, down the back straight in quite a wild time.
Oh, about there.
Mav goes off. Yeah, Mav goes wide into the barrier, so that allows GOVEE to get up to P7, but Mav survives, goes down to P8. So a bit of a battering and bruising start to his race, but you know,
yes,
he's
indeed.
not lost loads of positions, but you know, he's doing all right, which is good to see.
Oh, Aiden, P13, Fiala having a bit of a difficult time there. And Looks like Michael Peck's also having a bit of a difficult start to the race. A little further down the field. So Laurie, Nestor and 419 having a little battle here as well. This is the battle for P10.
We've seen these. It'd be interesting to see what Nestor can get. Obviously, with his ban, he's made some good progress so far up to P11. But now he's over the back of 419. But who's that going?
That was
wide?
Laurie. That was Laurie having a little moment.
Being Brizin to keep swapping positions.
It sounds
battle
like
there, P6.
up on
Looking at
board
the
with
battle.
Brizin. Oh, Parmesan and Cody swapping places out front as well.
Brizin, we've got Brizin and Mav, haven't? Where's Mav gone? He's in P8, a little bit off the battle for P6 and 7, but we're back on board with Cody in second place. He's running side by side next to Parmesan. It's going to be interesting around here. They both give each other a bit of racing room. Cody still keeps the position, but Parmesan still side by side running next to him. Slots back in behind those. So some good racing between these two so far. I think it surprised us a little bit. I know it's only the first lap. It certainly surprised us from what we saw sometimes in practice with a couple of drivers dominating. Not necessarily now, but we've got obviously a few more into the mix. So good racing so far from these two. And don't obviously rule out Miku in P3 because whilst these two are battling, that's just allowing him to keep consistent and close up on the back of them.
Well, that's exactly it. It just needs to keep close. Anything can happen between these two. A little bump or a mistake from either one, and he can take pure advantage of it. But the pace is still phenomenal up front, and the driving extremely clean, as you said. So we're seeing Parmesan making himself look real big in the mirrors of Cody right now in this battle for P1. Miku all right close. Good battles throughout the field again, like we thought it would be.
Little battle. Fiala's just got the better of Aiden for P13, but Aiden's still keeping with him, half a second between them. But you know, battles up and down like you say everywhere. Cody maybe extending that a little bit, just back at the last couple of corners, but Parmesan's still over the back, all riding over the curb, same as Miku.
Miku losing a little bit of time there, up a bit wide on the curb. I think he just hit the gravel ever so slightly. But on board right now with Cody. Parmesan in hot pursuit. This is going to be a very interesting battle here through the third sector. Well, third long sector.
Yeah, definitely. And then when we get onto the 1 mile long straight in a couple of corners time, that's going to be very interesting. The slipstream, see how much of an effect that gets for Parmesan if Cody's still in front. So Parmesan will get a lot of good slipstream because he's within the slipstream toe range. So be interesting when we get onto the straight, won't it?
Will do. Will be some tactical play being held by Cody, or is he going to try and keep Parmesan behind him? We'll just have to see. We saw how tactics kind of worked out for them in qualifying, swapping about, getting the slipstream off each other. Miku just falling back ever so slightly, and Mikhail ever so slightly furthermore adrift in P4.
Parmesan dropped back slightly, hasn't he, as well? So
Yeah.
Cody's extending that lead. But yeah, Parmesan and Miku and Mikhail are all slightly dropping away from Cody. So it looks like Cody's got the early lead and advantage here as we complete nearly on the first lap of this race.
Yeah, Cody with an absolute phenomenal run there through the lap, that corner. And he just has the drag and run. Miku trying to sit in Parmesan's draft.
Nestor's doing well, making some good progress, doing P11, but he's just got to make that gap up to Brian in P10 now. But there's a good little battle between Nestor and Lowry for P11. Just as I say, that gap extends a little bit, but there's some good battles here and there, isn't there, throughout the field? Slightly extending some battles, but the gaps, you know, staying fairly consistent.
It's very true. I see Laurie is all over the back of Nestor at the moment. Fiala a little bit further off the back there, and then Aiden a further 15 seconds back. But still in the running, P14 at the moment for Aiden. There's Laurie all over the back of Nestor at the moment. But yeah, the field is spreading just a tad. Leaders are the only ones really in a kind of battle with each other at the moment, but There you go. Setting 8 minutes on their outlap in the race. That's ridiculous. It's even faster than qualifying.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's super stuff. You can tell that they're, you know, excellent sim racing drivers, know what they're doing with the setup, tracks, you know, or even the top 3, great lap times between an 8 minute and 8:02. So it's fantastic to see from them 3.
I just can't wait to see what the next laps are going to be like. If they're setting 8 minutes there, we're going to definitely be in the 7s. 7:59s for sure. Maybe even just a tad lower, 7:58s perhaps. But yeah, on board the lorry at the moment, just falling a little bit further back from Nestor. Nestor trying to make his way up the grid. Brian sitting there at the moment, P10, just running his own little thing. He is...
He just made a place up from Reguibe. It was P7, so he's got up to 6. Mav has also got up to 7th, and Reguibe stopped. Whatever's happened for Reguibe, has he not got enough fuel? Is he just, or has he got a technical issue? I don't know, but he's falling down the order dramatically now.
Oh no, we've lost Reguibe.
Yeah, so obviously technical issues for Reguibe, which is such a shame because he was running quite in the mix, wasn't he? Which bit of a shame for him, but that promotes everyone else up a position. So
it does indeed. Yeah, so something's happened to Reguibe, unfortunately. Oh, as we catch Shaden getting all sorts of sideways there.
Great car control. I was just gonna say this. You know, it was a bit like what we saw him at Silverstone, wasn't it? First round. Cool. Again, there we go. Look, runs a little bit wide, but good bit of car control. So he's doing well. P13. He's got a gap to feel. Oh, and just as I say, that commentator's curse slightly overshoots the corner, didn't he, onto the curb and just gets into the barrier a little bit. But he gets back on. Didn't lose much time.
No, he keeps on going. That's what counts. It's obviously new to the track, so he's still practicing. And every lap counts. Fiala P12 at the moment. The field is spreading out a little bit. Laurie is kind of the closest one to anything of a battle at the moment, bar the leaders. Still chasing Nestor, who's still trying to make ground on Brian, but I think he is. So not
He's
bad.
Closing that gap.
Not bad.
Closing that gap because it was around a 6-second gap, so he's got it to about 5 now. So he's certainly making. Sorry, got it to about 3 seconds, so certainly making ground on him.
Aye, absolutely is. Not bad for a quali ban. So good progress there from Nestor for sure. I'm going to go a little further up. Mav just doing his own thing. He's got 4:19, 4.5 seconds behind him, and he is 5.5 seconds behind Brisbane ahead. So P7 at the moment for Mav. Hopefully no more cursing. Cody's setting a little bit of a gap at front now, almost 2 seconds to Parmesan.
I was just going to say, the front gap's certainly increasing, isn't it? So Cody with the advantage, and it seems to be playing into his hands even more. So in the good little battle there was just briefly between P8, P9 and P10. Nestor gets up to P9.
What's happened to 4:19? He's dropped down the order. He's had a little mistake maybe by the looks of things. It's put him down to P11 and behind Laurie now. That promotes Nestor up to P9. So Nestor definitely on the charge. 3.7 seconds behind Brian now. As we see 4:19 all over the back of Laurie. Trying to go around the outside. Making back positions. And up to P10 goes 4:19. Great move.
Yeah, so field's fairly spread out now, isn't it? I mean, it's come to the point where, you know, it's getting obviously further into the race. It's a long track, lots of different in pace and times, but you know, Parmesan's brought that gap down a little bit at the front, but still Cody with the advantage, but right back on board with Parmesan. Still, he's got Cody up ahead so he can see him, so it's only going to spur him on to get more, you know, get more as good, consistent, fast times that he's been doing, just to close back up to Cody if he can.
Well, that's what we'll be hoping. There seems to be some sectors where Cody's got the advantage, and then there's other sectors where Parmesan seems to have a little bit of an advantage. It's the wonderful thing about the Nordschleife here is, you know, you can have stronger sectors than somebody else. So there's always like an ebb and flow, if you see what I mean.
I mean, we've seen this at other tracks, haven't we, as well? Even Silverstone, different people have different advantages. One person we are missing this week is Matt, isn't it? Matt Pryor.
Yeah, the Tyre Whisperer is not with us this week, unfortunately. And
yeah, he was up there, wasn't he, at the first 2 rounds, so it was a bit of a shame for him, but obviously commitments or Just can't make it, but
Yeah,
get
well,
a top round.
it's a shame because I would love to have had him give me an ice cream headache this week with his driving. So, yeah, we'll have him back for next week, hopefully. Bring back the Tire Whisperer. But on board still with Parmesan at the moment. 1.3 seconds to Cody.
Notice GOVEE has managed to reconnect and he's just come back out the pit, so
Hey.
he's down. He's obviously down the order because obviously he had to disconnect, but at least he's back out, which is good to see. So he'll be back out for the reverse grid race, hopefully, as long as he has no other technical issues.
Oh, fingers crossed. We can have GOVEE back without any issues for race 2. Yep. A shame to drop him out of race 1. He was doing so well, as you said, a good recovery drive. I think he was in P5 or 6 when something happened, his technical issue happened. Oh, that gap's now down to a second. Well, 1.3 again. So Parmesan definitely keeping Cody honest and letting him know he's still there.
A little battle for P9. Nesta is 4.6 behind Brian, but 4.19 in 10th. It's only half a second behind Nesta, so Nesta's trying to pull away, obviously, to increase from his ban, but good little battle between these two. Going to try and run side by side. 4.19 thought about going around the outside, but thinks better of it and stays behind, tucks back in behind Nesta, so trying to get side by side. He gets up onto the inside, all over the curbs, and does he get that position? Yes, he does. So 4.19 up to 9th. So I think this is going to be a close battle to watch between these two for a little bit.
Yeah, 4.3 off the back of Brian. That's the thing, is can they catch him? As Brian is 15 seconds off the back of Maverick right now. We know 4.19 is quick. Look at the gap he's already pulling on Nestor. Almost up to a second already. So 4.19 not hanging back. He's obviously had some mistakes, which is putting him back down the order P9 at the moment. But he's got pace in that car by the looks of things.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I say, they've all the front runners and even further down the order have got their setups dialed in. He's done lots of practice. He runs. Oh, I thought he was going to run a little bit wide into the grass, but still going well. 4.19's pulled away now from Nesta a little bit, hasn't he? Well, quite a bit actually, nearly to 2 seconds. So he's thinking about getting up onto the back of Brian for P8, and he's certainly closing that gap. It's down to just 3.2 seconds now.
Yeah, 4.19 on a charge for sure. Got a shout out in the chat for the Deluxe boys. With that, Let's Go Deluxe by Omar. Hello. And a big shout out to those boys running P4 and, well, P3, P4 at the moment. What's going on at the front? Is it just because they're crossing the line? I'm gonna
I think it was, because I was going to say Cody went down to P2, Parmesan went to P4, and it all changed. And I was going to mention it, but then I thought, obviously, it's just we've had that before, haven't we? Where the timings sort itself out, it takes a while to readjust. But Parmesan brought that gap down ever so slightly, down to under a second now. So he's closing up on to the back of Cody. They're just onto their last very long 8-minute lap.
Indeed, and it's going to be a battle to the line with these two. Within a second, Miku just falling back ever so slightly, 4.4 seconds off the back of Parmesan here, but still sitting just ahead of Mikael. So we're not going to count Mikael out. So there's the DLX boys, the Deluxe boys. Riding P4, this will be a good result for Mikael, though he'll be wanting to beat Miku today. Though Miku will be missing for the next few races, I do believe. Which will be a bit of a shame. But yeah, Mikael will still be looking for a good result today. 4.19 is catching Brian at quite a rate of knots, it has to be said.
Oh, good little slide from 4.19. Cool. And he saves it, runs a little bit wide into the grass, but great slide and control from 4.19. So he's catching, he's on charge. Oh, he's spun. Oh, so over the curb, lost it, and that promotes Nesta up to P9. So such a shame, because he was certainly closing, wasn't he? He was pushing it and getting that gap down, but a bit of a shame for 4.19.
Yeah, Nesta, the beneficiary of that, and 4.19 with all that effort wasted. Parmesan, though, look at that gap, 0.5 of a second. He is all over the back of Cody now. And this push on the last lap.
He's certainly closed that gap up, hasn't he? I mean, both taking similar lines throughout most of the corners, aren't they, really? So not much between the two of them. It's certainly going to be close. I mean, they've still got about 3/4 of the lap to go, but you know, I think it's going to be very interesting. Gap increases slightly, but you know, we've got the very long straight to come up near the end of the lap later, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, still plenty to play for at the moment. So top 5 we'll go down with is Cody, followed by Parmesan, who we're on board with at the moment in P2. Miku is in P3, Mikhail P4, and Sopanen in P5 at the moment. No one really under much threat, it has to be said.
Peck manages to get Aiden just a minute ago, so Peck up to P14, Aiden down to P15. We've made a slight mistake a bit, but gap to Peck now has gone to 10 seconds, so it must have been a bit of a mistake, and obviously that's allowed Peck through, but that's going to play into Aiden's hands for reverse grid, isn't it?
It certainly is.
So we've still got Parmesan all over the curbs. Cool. Proper ride in the curbs. I mean, it's 0.8 of a second off Cody. Staying consistent gap, isn't it? But still got quite a long way of the lap. One slight mistake, and you know, and it's Parmesan's win, isn't it?
That's exactly it. It can go either way here at the but the midway point here of lap 3. Parmesan running it wide. He's trying his damnedest. That's going to lose him quite a bit of time there.
Really trying, isn't he? Really pushing it, like we saw 419 earlier, because he was gaining, but really pushing it, just making them not mistakes, but just running wide, which is obviously ultimately costing him time.
That's it. Cody now getting to stretch the legs.
So we're about halfway around the lap, aren't we now? The gap's increased now. Cody pulling away again, 1.4 seconds off ahead of Parmesan. So, you know, pretty much no one's under threat on this last lap, are they?
No, not really.
No, pretty good gaps between. So everyone's in a comfortable position unless they make a mistake. But ultimately, it's just stay consistent, get to the line now, isn't it? With about half a lap to go.
That's about it. And these guys, they just seem to have settled, as you said. They've got their gaps, and they don't really want to be making mistakes at this point of the race. Miku, a nice third position there. He is 2.6 seconds, so Mikhail has been kind of keeping a nice honest gap to him. Parmesan's not giving up yet. I wouldn't have expected him to. 1.3 the gap though. Laurie is caught up to the back of 419, so 419 made another mistake.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting battle, isn't it? Down the straight in a little while. I mean, Laurie going to get the effect of the slipstream, only 0.7 behind, so it's going to see if he can make a late move to get P10.
Yeah, 419 in all sorts of troubles. Looks like his own doing most of the time. Struggling around the Nordschleife here, at least sounds like. But he's got the pace.
Esther's had an impressive run, P9, even though he started at the back. Wasn't really that confident going into this round. Certainly very good first race to take away with him. P9, hopefully. He's got a comfortable gap ahead and behind, so with these two fighting, it's only going to increase his gap even more, isn't it?
That's exactly it. So Maverick here, we're going to see if we can get back on board with the leaders, because they will be coming up very soon toward the end of the lap. It's Cody absolutely throttling that car.
Do a little battle for 419, P10, P11, Laurie. Half a second, but nothing. Oh, and there's a change. So Laurie up to P10, 419 down to 11. So got the late move, but he's got up to P10.
He has. And he's made the move stick, that's for sure. So 419, and his struggles continue down to P11. And we'll go back to our leaders. It's Cody onto the dot on the hook, and I think the gap is just too much to Parmesan for him to really make a gain out of this one. And just look like Cody is on his way to victory here in race number 1.
Yeah, certainly. It's been very impressive race. I mean, there's been good battles up and down the field, certainly in the first lap, and some good battles in the second lap. But I mean, just Cody, good race from him, keeping a consistent gap, and Parmesan and Miku having good races too.
Yeah, and we've had some solid driving as well from a lot of the drivers through here. So Laurie and 419's battle seems to be continuing down there at the moment for P10. We'll definitely get back to that one after we check the winners crossing the line. And it is Cody. As he slows the car down, makes the last few corners his. And a very solid win here from Cody. Driven that beautifully. Parmesan in second. And we'll... Miki will take third. Mikel will take fourth. So it's a great run from those guys. So podium will be Cody, Parmesan, Anma, and Miku. Sopanen looks like he's going to be coming in for a P5. Great result. Riding those curves nice and hard towards the end, so it's a great P5 from Sopanen. Brisen making his way around at the end now as well.
Oh, and he goes off into the wall, so he outbrakes himself but gets back on. He's alright, he should keep that gap to Maverick. Yeah. He's alright.
So P6 for Brisen, P7 for Maverick, so it's a good result for Mav. Brian will come home P8 by the looks of things. Quite a gap to Nestor. Good result there for Brian. P8. A solid run. Nestor will be taking P9.
Good battle for P10, 419 Laurie, not giving it up. Laurie, half second off.
Oh,
well,
Fiala's in the mix. He's making a last minute run, so battle for top 10.
Yeah, certainly getting a bit spicy in the last couple of corners.
Whoa. Someone's gone wide there. Oh. It is 419 to just beat Laurie across the line, and then Fiala just behind. That was a great run from those guys. And I think that is everybody. I think Aiden and Michael are the last ones that need to come across the line. Oh, Riguibi's still there. He will come P13. That'll be Michael and Aiden. Aiden just a little bit far down the track.
Still getting those laps in, getting the finishes, get all points, isn't it?
That is it. It's all about the points. There's Riguibi making his way towards the end. P13. So making a way back after a technical issue.
Stuff from Riguibi.
Yeah.
Reconnect and get back out. Decent stuff.
An angry race. Fiala has retired from that one. Or will return. So it's just Aiden and Michael left on track. But yeah, what a great run that was. Supreme driving there from Cody, Miku and Parmesan. Mikel as well. The top four all staying within, I think it was about 6 seconds in total of each other.
Yeah,
some wonderful
definitely.
racing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's going to be interesting for them starting near the back, isn't it now?
Yeah, reverse grid
certainly
order.
going to spice things up for first lap. Definitely ready for the first couple of corners. I mean, they kept it quite clean first couple of corners, didn't they? But a couple running wide and over the grass. But being certainly interesting for the reverse grid race, certainly at the start.
Yeah, well, you can't put anything. Ooh, see Aiden having still getting to grips with the car and track. You can't put it really past most of the drivers. There was not really any contact, just a few mistakes here or there. And still got some absolutely fantastic racing through the pack. And the reverse grid order is going to be equally, if not more fun, that is for sure. Looking forward to that one.
We're waiting for Aiden to come along and cross the line onto the back straight.
Yep.
The corners left, and Aiden with the checkered flag.
He's on the down the her, yep. So he will be the last man on track. And P14, definitely not too bad at all. And then it will be a reverse grid order second race. Definitely looking forward to this one. And while we're just getting to there, do you mind holding the helm? I am going to make myself a quick cup of tea.
Of course. So, I mean, we've obviously Aiden not long until he's got to get to across the line, but once he's across the line, then we'll have a little break until we start for the next race. So, like we've been saying, it's going to be very interesting for this race. Aiden, I'm coming through the last couple of corners now onto the straight, or the shortest straight that I've ever seen on the main straight. Aiden manages to finish, take the checkered flag in P14. So, and he drifts around the first corner and managing to finish the race. So good stuff from him, and good stuff from throughout the whole field. He's drifted again, going through them couple of corners. Good stuff from him, and again.
Nothing like showboating at the end.
Yeah, definitely. This is some good stuff from all throughout the field, hasn't there been? And really, it's going to be spicing things up for the main top three as they start at the back. So not long until we go again, 3-4 minutes, and we'll be going ready for race 2.
Absolutely, and it looks like Aiden will be taking pole position. We'll have to see what the rest of the grid will be like, but it will be Cody, Parmesan, Miku and Mikhail at the back for sure, which will be very interesting, especially at the start here at the Nordschleife. But
Yeah, definitely.
race 2 is going to be very, very, very interesting. We should be getting underway soonish.
Yeah, and obviously with any reverse grid race, whatever track, always carnage, good bit of racing, and certainly going to make some interesting battles, certainly for the top 4 in race 1. So obviously we're going to have Aiden and Brian up the front, I'm thinking, and then obviously just the reverse grid race of race 1. So it's going to be interesting. I'm going to go and grab myself a drink, and I'll be back in a minute for the start of race 2.
No worries, and as we are waiting on the start of race 2, we'll just have a little relaxer, waiting for a cup of tea myself. The session hopefully will be resetting for the reverse grid any second now. I don't believe anyone else is on track. Well, we're having a little bit of a moment where we're stuck. Seems to be like in post-park farm, eh? Interesting. We'll get race 2 underway, hopefully, in a minute. We'll find out what's going on. Does give me ample time to make a cup of tea, though. What on earth is going on?
Right, so not long until on the grid for the second race, but certainly some very good, interesting battles for the first one. The midfield for this race is going to be interesting. Obviously, you had Nesta, good result from the qualifying ban. You had Rigribi, probably could have been a bit further up if he hadn't had the tech issues. So I think the midfield is certainly going to be an interesting one for this race.
Yeah, that's what
Not
I mean.
long.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
a bit.
not long.
It's gonna be narrow, that's for sure. The start is gonna be really narrow, so these fast guys are gonna have some amount of fun getting through. Let's see if we can figure out what's
definitely.
going on with the Yeah, why are we stuck on the
Evening,
wait time?
gentlemen.
Hello.
Just a little note from the race director. It is the reason for the wait is just because of the long lap time. It does allow for 100%, 110% of the lap time to elapse. So there will just be a little bit of a delay between sessions before we do get stuck in again. All right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Race Director.
Yes. All right.
Hey, how was your race anyway while we got you here?
Yeah, while I'm here, it was interesting. I was chasing Brisen down. Would have liked to have been an awful lot closer in order to, try to have a good battle. But yeah, when it comes to Nordschleife, it's all about basically time trialing, So yeah, we're trading times between each other. And I couldn't quite catch him. But yeah, we'll see how it goes here. I've got a bit more confidence now, so hopefully this session goes an awful lot better.
Hey, well, we'll let you get back to it. Looks like the sessions are now starting up, so good luck with the next race, and we'll hopefully see you after he's gone, and that's it. Right, we're getting underway for race 2.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? I mean, everyone place your bets. It's going to be interesting, certainly with the fast guys from the back getting through. As you say, it's a very tight track.
Very tight track, especially at the beginning. It's going to be
Yeah.
a lot of argy-bargy in the middle, I think. And it's just going to be just enough perfect amount of time to go finish my cup of tea before I get to race start. So I'll get that, and we'll get ourselves underway.
I've not got long, 35 seconds, till they go to the grid and ready for the lights out. I mean, like we've been saying all since the races, since race 1's finished, we've got some good battles. I think the midfield would be the most interesting. You're gonna have obviously the likes of Nestor and GOVEE, the ones that had the issues, and the qualifying bands up there. Well, starting in the mid pack, and then obviously the likes of the winners of the top 3, top 4, even Sopenham, top 5. All them very close. Well, good consistent quick times from that lot. So it'd be interesting for them to make their way through. Not long till they go to the grid, and 3 minutes till lights out.
Exactly, and these guys, they've been doing it for weeks now. They cut through the pack really well. Oh, let's get your cup of tea down. Get yourself set up for a grid start. So, who are you thinking is going to cut through the pack first and foremost? You think Cody's going to come through? Miku's got a good habit of getting through the pack well, so does Mikel.
I'm going to go Parmesan, a bit of an outsider in terms of getting through quickly, but I think he'll get through, hopefully, quickly and cleanly. I reckon by the halfway through lap 1, I think he'll get the early advantage.
Well, we have Aiden and Michael up there, Riguibi in P3. Is it Laurie in P4 as well? So we've got ourselves a bit of a solid lineup.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, got some people out of position because of the issues they've had in race 1, but that's going to only play into their advantage to try and get through. First couple of drivers are starting at the front, obviously to take advantage of that and get away quick as they can from the fast guys behind. Because we do know, like Riguibi and Nestor are quick, have been at other tracks, haven't they?
Oh, aye.
So,
really, really quick.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting, this. Not long to go, though, 1.5 minutes. So, everyone get ready. For the carnage of race 2.
Oh, it's going to be carnage indeed. We'll stay on board with Mav in this one. It's going to be an interesting fight indeed. Ooh, this is going to be a very good point of view from Mav, I think. Minute and 10 to go. 3 laps of the Nurburgring Nordschleife in the MX5s. It is round 2, reverse grid order here at Phoenix Sim Sports, and it's going to be an absolute doozy. I can tell you that for a fact. The revs are starting to go up. Who's your money on for this one?
I'm going, like I said, Parmesan, I think, because hopefully he can get through cleanly and take advantage of that. I mean, I don't know, to be honest. It's, we place our bets, then we've cursed everyone, so yeah, I don't know really. But if I had to go anyone, I'd probably go Parmesan. What about you?
Oh, Parmesan is a good bet, but I'm not going to write off Miku. If he can have a clean race and he can just keep the pace there, he's very good at getting through the pack. I think he could be the one to get there. But yeah, good shouts on Parmesan as well. Get ready for lights out here on board with Mav. Getting ready for race 2, the reverse grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How long are we holding? We're out and we're going. It's a really bad start from Mav. Really, really bad start from Mav. All the way to the back.
From the guys behind, though.
They did. That was an appalling start from Mav. A bit of commentator's curse there. So on board with Parmesan right now.
Cal and Parmesan have got a good start, haven't they? 7th and 8th.
Miku dropping is back. Miku not making it. So Parmesan, yeah, he's beneficiary so far. Aiden and Rigweeby, is that Peck and Rigweeby? Oh, there's
that was, I
there's
think.
Brian and going off. Oh, we've got more chaos for 419 going backwards.
Oh, he just avoids it, Parmesan, and so does Mikael. So they're both, and Rigweeby, so all of them three getting a good. Oh, and then more. Oh no. Oh dear.
Oh, Alan getting caught up, Brisen getting caught up, Aiden getting promoted to P10, so a little bit chaotic here in race 2.
Yeah, we called it, didn't we? I mean, we're not going to get through the first couple of corners without the carnage. Hopefully it all settles down now. Yeah, good stuff from Aiden. I know he was on pole, but dropped down the field to last, but now he's back up to 10th with all that carnage, so good stuff from everyone, really.
Alan and Brisen getting a bit feisty there at the top. It's all kicking off here in race 2.
Fight for P3, Peck in P3, and a battle for Parmesan and 2. Rigweeby's got the early lead, isn't it? A big lot of group for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, really. So you've got obviously Sopenham in P5. He's behind this group, Parmesan and Peck. So it's going to be interesting going side by side, aren't they? Parmesan on the outside. Slots back in behind.
Yeah, Cody not really coming through the pack really well. That's Michael Peck going off, coming off, and whoa! Miku just avoiding that one.
Yeah, that was very good avoidance. I mean, we've seen that a couple of times already this race. Great avoiding. A couple of incidents at the start and also just then. So a bit of driving from them guys that have managed to avoid the carnage, but still riding on board with Parmesan. Now behind with Sopenham, so we've got
some close battles going ahead.
Yeah, we've got close battles everywhere. Now we've got Miku in P5, Laurie in P6. Good, Laurie trying to get close behind Miku. You've got Mav in P7 after the horrendous start he had, but he's back up to P7, so decent start from him. And we've got Aiden and Eck, Ian going down from obviously Cody getting up to P9. So he's making a bit of ground, but obviously little battles throughout the field here and there, isn't there? I mean, main battle we've got at the moment is Mav coming up behind Laurie. He's closing up behind him quite a bit, so maybe he's going to try and challenge for P6. Maybe
so, but we have got a battle going on for P2 at the moment, and it's Parmesan over the back of Mikael, Brisen and Alan and Aiden getting past Mikael Pegg. Aiden P11 still, so holding well.
Yeah, and he's also close behind 419, only 0.7 behind him. But he's also got Alan behind him, just as I say that. Alan overtakes him, Brisen overtakes him, and now Aiden down to P13. But still, I mean, obviously Nestor's quite a way down, and Peck now falls down, so Aiden's still in P13.
Still some fantastic battles, though.
Yeah, definitely. Greeby with the early advantage, isn't he? 2.5 seconds clear of Mikael and Parmesan, but they're battling, so it's only going to slow them up. Whether they're going to work together, catch Rigweeby, or are they just going to battle and, do what most racers do, have a battle and try and overtake. Why not?
Here's our battle indeed. It's Mav, it's Laurie, and it's Cody. I think Brian's there. No, Cody's coming up on this. This is Mav, Laurie, and Brian. Cody catching this battle at the moment.
Well, are they gonna try 3 wide in a minute? I think they are. Or maybe not. It's gonna be close though. very close around here, these three. So Mav has managed to get up to P6. But he's still got Ryan right behind him, pressuring him. Trying to get up the inside, side by side. What's going to happen around here? Got Mav holding him off. Got Cody and P9 trying to close up on this battle, haven't we? So that'd be interesting when he gets to it, because we know he's got the pace from race 1.
Indeed, still a little bit up here, and it's opening all over the back of Miku, surprisingly. Parmesan now gapping Mikel by 0.3 for P2 and catching Reguibi out front. So a very action-packed second lap here at the Nordschleife. And time is definitely going through nice and quick.
What's going on? Who have we got? I mean, good little battle between Parmesan and Mikel still. Just opening, trying to close up to Miku, P4. But gap's starting to extend a little bit. Got a little battle P11 between Alan and Bridget. Half a second between them two, but mainly perhaps extending a little bit. But Parmesan bringing the gap down to P1, Reguibi. But Mikel trying to stay with Parmesan. Parmesan pulling away a little bit, but trying to close up onto Reguibi. So if he can close up, it's going to make a very interesting race like the first one. And obviously don't rule out Cody, because he's still making ground up to P7 now. Closing on to Mav.
Absolutely coming through the grid. Hot steaming. We've got Brisbane at the moment. Brisbane all over the back of Alan still. These two still battling for P11 at the moment, with 419 just ahead of the two of them. That battle for P1 coming down to 0.7 of a second now.
Yeah, so Parmesan really gaining, isn't he, on Reguibi? Whether Reguibi made a slight mistake, but although Parmesan has been closing for quite a while now, the last couple of corners, down to 0.4 now, so good battle for P1. Have a look in that in a minute, but we're riding on board with Alan at the moment, as Mav gets motored down to 7th, Cody up to 6th, so good battle between them two, but back on board with Parmesan for the lead, so Parmesan really making ground on Reguibi. Mikel still there, they're all thereabouts. If them two are coming together, he's going to pick up the pieces and sail through to take P1, but riding on board with Parmesan, following Reguibi's exact lines, isn't he, but you know, just trying to work with him and maybe try and pull away from Mikel before he makes a move, although saying that, coming on along the long straight, he's going to get the slipstream, isn't he? Going to probably try and make an overtake.
Yep, oh, bump drafting, oh. It's a bit of a severe bump draft, that one from Parmesan.
A good control from Reguibi, because he could have easily lost that, couldn't he?
Yeah, that would have been a disaster.
Definitely.
Here they come along the straight.
Gap still coming down, right up behind him. Is he going to give him the bump draft again? Yes, he does, very slightly, not as much this time, but you know, he's still staying with him. He was out to make him make sure he knows that he's there. Obviously, he does. Going side, nearly trying to get side by side on him. Slots back in P2 at the moment, but it's going to be a battle, I think, worth watching for quite a while. As Mikel closing up as well, isn't he now? So taking advantage of these two battling, not got him too far away now either.
Yeah, Reguibi was really holding up Parmesan here.
A good battle for the top three really now, because obviously you've got Mikel closing up between these two. If these two, like I said earlier, have a bit of a mistake, he'll be there to pick up whatever happens. Oh, Parmesan running a little bit wider onto the grass, but still keeps it, and still up behind Reguibi. So good so far, this battle between these three, as the rest of the field spread out a little bit, apart from a little bit further down the order. But the main battle that we're watching right now is the lead.
Yeah, it's bringing in the top three quite nicely, and Miku's not too far off the back of this lead trio. As I said, don't count him out at all. Still got 2 runs of this Nordschleife still to go, so there's still a long way. A lot of potential for mistakes to go. There's a big battle at the back as well, as we would say, between Brisbane and such. If we can get to them. There you go, Alan, Brisen 419 and Brian, they're all on a little run as well. Well, looks like there is not too much spread between these guys.
Yeah,
5
still a
seconds.
good battle between the top three as well, isn't there? Still, Parmesan right up the back of GOVEE now, 0.1, so all over the back of him, following his exact lines right on the bumper. Going to be interesting when we get round here in a couple of corners' time. I think through all the tight and twisty sections.
Oh, he's definitely not holding off, is he? He's just making himself as big as possible in GOVEE's mirrors. So see Miku absolutely flying in as well. He's looking for any inch, isn't he? He's just looking for GOVEE to make a little mistake, but it's not happening. He's holding his ground, and this is really letting Mikkel in, and Miku. And Cody's catching.
It
is
very
indeed.
impressive from GOVEE. Great defending. You know, keeping consistent so far. And obviously Parmesan putting a lot of pressure on him.
Makes for some great action, that's for sure. As he has a little look there. GOVEE going a little bit wide up on the curb. Is that what Parmesan's looking for?
Gonna try and get. Oh, he was gonna try and get side by side, but corner doesn't allow it, and he has to slot back in behind. So I think this battle's not over till the very end, unless there's any coming togethers. But great action between these two. Mikkel's falling away a little bit, but Miku's still there in P4, so don't rule him out. I mean, if any of them make a mistake, it's only going to bring him up into the top three.
Well, he is catching another half a second caught up on this group by Miku. So this battle at the front is starting to hold them all up. As it looks like Parmesan's got the run up the hill there on GOVEE. GOVEE with a very bad exit.
Yeah, great run from him. I mean, he's going to get up to P1, isn't he?
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna have the inside line anyway. And Mikkel, don't rule him out. He's there.
Yeah, so GOVEE does he try to challenge maybe a little bit, go side by side? Oh, slots back in behind now, so these three really closed up now, so battle for the lead between the top three. It's going to get interesting. GOVEE trying to get back alongside Parmesan. Tries to flash the headlights, tell him he's there, I think he knows that, but why not flash the headlights? All three in a long train. Going to try and get side by side along the straight later, I reckon. That's going to be very interesting.
Gotta love that camera angle.
Some good battles further down the order as well. There's a couple of battles, P8, P9. There's a couple of cars quite close. We've got Brian, 419.
Whoa! That was mad.
We're
GOVEE's.
going to try 3 wide then.
Yeah, it looked like GOVEE's trying around the outside of Parmesan, absolutely giving it. He's, oh, here we go. Mikkel sniffing at the back of Parmesan as well. This is a battle and a half. GOVEE's got it coming into the carousel, forces Parmesan up a little bit, so GOVEE gets the run. Absolutely great stuff here. Top 4 now separated by a second. Can you believe it? Just over a second.
That's amazing, isn't it? I mean, they all look, when they were along the straight, it all looks like one long Mazda. One long MX5, certainly proving that despite the track and being an 8-minute lap, the best 3 drivers throughout the field. You know, you've still got some good battles throughout the field, but some of the best drivers are having a great race up the front.
There are some amazing battles here. We've got some amazing battles further down the field that we'll have a little quick swap to as well.
Yeah, got a good battle for P9. You've got obviously Brian, 419, Brisen, so we're riding on board with Brisen. Good little, nearly going to be 5-car battle, isn't it? So 4 of them definitely closing up on each other. This can be interesting with it, this lot.
Oh, it's getting spicy up there, that's for sure.
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. I think 419 is going to be out up alongside. This could be interesting. This Brian up to P8, and then you've got Laurie down into P9, but Brian runs wide, and it nearly loses it. That's going to put him down. Does he keep it? Yes, he does, but it puts it and he's spun. So it puts him down to P12, half spin for Brian. Such a shame because he only just got that move done. Whereas, and there's contact again. So that's 419 into the barriers. That's such a shame for him. He's just going. His race is going from bad to worse, isn't it? I mean,
It really is.
little battles, but yeah, disaster. 419.
No luck for 419 at all. Oh, there's Cody. Cody's sliding around. That's not good for him. But look at this battle at the front. We're going to go straight back to... They're all in and about it. Miku getting past Mikkel for P3. So, Mikkel not wanting that.
I think we've got two groups of two, haven't we, really? I mean, you've still got Parmesan all over the back of Reguibi, as we've seen all race long, heading along the very long straight. Right up behind him is Parmesan, maybe going to give him probably a big bump draft again, like we've seen last lap. We've got two battles now, so first and second, then third and fourth. Mikkel trying to get the run along Miku, and I think he does. I think he gets ahead at least at the moment, but good little battle between top four.
Does look like he has made the move indeed. Yeah, so it's still Reguibi leading from Parmesan with Mikkel and Miku in third and fourth. Sopen in there just a bit further back, almost 10 seconds back from this battle in P5. And it's Cody after that mistake that we saw in P6. Map in P7, Alan in 8th, Laurie in 9th, and it's Brian in 10th. 419 after those mistakes that we saw down in 11th, Prison in 12th, Peck in 13th, and Nestor running in 14th. And we've had Aiden and Fiala retire so far.
Yeah, battle between these two, Mikkel and Miku. I think they're going to have their own little battle. I mean, whether they're going to work together and try and close up, but it does look like Miku has got the advantages on some of the corners, and I think he does want to try and get back past, try and challenge maybe for the top two.
We see Mikkel absolutely hammer down there with the MX5 sideways. So he's on the limit with that car right now. And I think they all are as Miku goes a little bit wide. This is some absolutely amazing scenes to see right now.
Yeah, so all over the back of him, isn't he, Parmesan? Like we've seen it all, of course, going to be side by side again up the hill. It's going to be interesting, this. Parmesan, does he get through or goes out wide, tries to get the better line. Oh, and he does. So Parmesan
contact!
Up into P1, and now that's going to let, and maybe you've got Mikkel right up behind Reguibi, so slight bit of contact. This is a great little battle between these lot, and we've just started the last lap, so another 8 minutes of this action to go. It's going to be certainly interesting, as we do see Reguibi try and make a move up on the inside. Parmesan runs a little bit wider, but now we're going to have... I've lost it. This is crazy. We've got, obviously, good battle between these three.
Mikkel up the inside.
Back a little bit.
Contact.
There's a little bit of contact. Yeah.
It's getting a bit tight. Mikkel looking for the inside up Foxhole. Oh, goodness. They've all made it somehow. Great driving. What an epic battle. This is turning out to be Reguibi all over the back of Parmesan right now. Mikkel right there, and Miku all the way in there as well. All 4 cars huddled together on the screen right now. Your top 4 into lap 3 of the Nordschleife. And round 2, the reverse grid order here at the MX5 Cup. It's Phoenix Sim Sport. What an absolute flyer of a race it's been so far. And if there's anything to go by, this last lap is going to be something else indeed.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got obviously Parmesan ahead of Reguibi now, haven't we? Good fight for second, third and fourth now, so runs a little bit wider, but good battle. Parmesan trying to pull away, hasn't he? Biggest gap we've seen so far.
Has indeed. Cody is catching the back of Sopanen, but Sopanen is 15 seconds off the back of this group as well, so Cody probably would have wanted to have been in this battle, but as we saw earlier, had that like half spin, struggling to get through the pack it seemed, and has not been able to emulate what he managed in race 1.
Shame for him, but I mean, Obviously, you've got Cody. He's still obviously like we've mentioned, he's still there. P6, good showing from him, though, because he was right at the back, so it's still a decent result from him. But there's a good battle as well. As obviously, we're not going to go from these, but just looking further down, Brian and 419. I've got a good little battle going on. But the main battle is, like we're showing, Parmesan's got away very slightly. Now it's the battle for second, third and fourth. So Parmesan now he's got ahead again. Is he going to try and keep that lead for the rest of this lap and take the checkered flag? But now the battle's obviously between GOVEE, Mikhail and Miku.
Yeah, it's an absolutely tight battle, that's for sure. Parmesan, as you said, getting a little bit of leg space right now. Second ahead, Miku drafting Mikhail all the way through. Sticking at the back of GOVEE as well. There he is. Looking for a move up the inside. Wasn't happening. Wasn't a gap. Is he going to try and pull it on the left side now? No. Is he going to go for it? Oh, he was trying. GOVEE really not leaving the space.
Mikhail's certainly thinking about it, wasn't he, back there? But I don't think his challenge is over. He's certainly looking very feisty to try and take that P2 away from GOVEE. And now, obviously, that's closed them all up again. So P1, P2, P3, all very close. Miku dropped slightly back, but they're going to try and go 3 wide very slightly, very briefly. They tried to get a nose in, Mikhail. But this battle's certainly not over, like we've been saying all race long. And got about half a lap to go, so it's going to be very interesting.
Absolutely, and that's one thing for sure is the catch-up that GOVEE had in that final little sector against Parmesan is ridiculous. Takes the low road on the carousel, more grip. Oh, they're going to squeeze out. Plenty of room given though. He's going to squeeze right in behind Parmesan. Look at this. This is unbelievable. You've literally got less than a second between the top 4 now on lap 3 of the Nordschleife.
Yeah, and now that's bringing Miku back into it, isn't he? So he's closed the gap up a little bit.
Yes, indeed.
Some good stuff, very good stuff from these top 4 as well as throughout the field we've seen throughout the whole race. But these top 4 has been outstanding. Just proves whatever track, whatever cars, give them a bit of time to practice. Going to give you viewers at home some great streaming and racing to watch.
Oh, aye, top class entertainment from the MX5s. It always is, as well as the Tatuses and ACC, LMU. They're all great fun. Miku going very wide and getting the tail out, but well held from him. P4 still. You can tell they're really pushing at the end of this lap now. GOVEE holding on to P2. Mikhail all over the back of him. Parmesan getting a little bit of a gap up now. But Miku is still all over the back end of the other 3 cars. It's not over yet, but it will be soon.
Parmesan getting a good little gap now, nearly up to a second. So main battle now is between second and third, but you've got Miku up. So contact. I think,
that was a little wiggle from, I think it was just a little wiggle there from GOVEE.
Yeah, so he's really pushing it now. He's got the pressure of P2, P3 and P4 behind him. So Parmesan getting a little gap, but certainly not over between P2, P3 and P4. You've got Mikhail in P3, flashing the headlights.
What a battle this is turning out to be at the end of this race.
Certainly, as we're going to be heading on to the back straight in a minute, so it's going to be certainly interesting. As Mikhail runs very wide, slightly a bit wide, doesn't he? So it's only going to allow Miku to get up behind him, but spread out a little bit. I mean, I'll say spread out. Little gap, the most we've seen all race long.
And here we go, the final push down the dot in the hair for the last time. It's all or nothing, getting the slipstream. Who's going to win this race? Race 2, the reverse grid order. It is Parmesan with a half-second gap to GOVEE. Mikhail all up the side of him. Miku P4 at the moment. Looks like Mikhail's just done enough to make P2. Can he hold on to it? Is it going to be a switch back? Oh, they're pushing even further. Is he going to catch up to the back of... Oh, he might catch up to the back of Parmesan.
This is going to be a long MX5 train for the lead, isn't it? In the last couple of corners, so great stuff from these lot. Oh,
Mikhail's taking the lead at the before he said tear gun, Mikhail's taking the lead. Parmesan down into P2. GOVEE going for V2. Oh. Mikhail out of nowhere.
Amazing stuff.
Oh, GOVEE's lost it. Mikel wins.
It's great racing from that lot. Oh,
Mikel
honestly,
wins.
brilliant.
Parmesan P2. Miku comes home to P3 with the mistake from GOVEE at the last possible corner, bringing him home in P4. But what an absolutely amazing race. So it'll be Cody P5, Soap in P6, Mav in P7. Let's just try and get on board with the right folks that are on track right now. Mav will come home in P7.
Showing from him tonight. Decent results.
Yep, he'll be happy with that. Alan will come P8. So could we run there from Alan? Brian Brisen and 419 all battling for P9 here.
There's contact.
Contact at the end, and it's going to be 419 that picks up P9. P10 is going to be for the next person who crosses the line. It's going to be Brian. And Laurie will come home for P12. That'll be Michael Peck. Oh no, sorry, it was Alan. It'll be Laurie coming round for P12 now. Michael Peck and Nestor. Last two on track, running at the moment. Can Nestor get Michael at the end? We shall find out. But that was an absolutely exhilarating end of the race, mate, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was brilliant. I mean, action throughout the whole race, wasn't there? Certainly, reverse grid always brings whatever track. MX5's great stuff in the reverse grid races with these, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and once those lead guys got away, it was amazing to see that they could just stay so close to each other. Just shows you how close that skill gap was, you know, there.
Yeah, definitely, and a good little last battle over the line for them two guys. So decent battles throughout the whole field. Great racing tonight, and great stuff to watch. And I hope you viewers at home have enjoyed it as much as we have, because we've loved it, haven't we?
Yeah, we have indeed, and we've got to get some guys up here in the commentary box right now. So let's go pull everybody up, and we'll have a chat with them. If I can hit the right button, that is. There's one. Two. And last one. There we go. Hello, gentlemen. How we doing?
Top of the morning. Doing all right.
Exhausted, fully exhausted, man. I have no words.
I'm not surprised. That looked like an absolutely amazing last race. That second race was something a bit memorable, I'll have to say.
Yeah.
What a battle. I will start off with Cody. A great first race. Fantastic battling up the front. And then a little bit of an untidy second race. You want to talk us through them?
Yeah. First race, obviously, fighting with Parmesan on the first lap was good, getting a bit of an overspeed. It was a bit of high-speed chess, per se, when you have cars this slow on a track this long. But managed to bring it home in the end, and I'm glad with that result. The second race, my fumbling of the buttons striked again, as it did last season at Mugello. And I was holding the clutch, went into first gear, and then for some reason I started letting go of the brake while the clutch wasn't fully engaged and just got sent to the pits. So at that point it was a bit of damage limitation. I got up to like P6 and was really closely following Yuho on the second lap, and you know, I was trying to go for a pass where people don't usually go for a pass for Yuho. I started to lose it. He went into me, and that was that. And yeah, I think at the end I got P5, so I'm not too disappointed. I'm glad that I was able to claw my way back into the top 5, but you know, it's the story of what could have been. I hear a lot about the battle up front, and you know, I sorely miss having missed out on that. So who knows? Maybe next round I'll get to participate a bit more in some on-track battles.
Yeah, hopefully so. As we said it in the stream as well, it would have been even more fun if you had been in that one. that final battle, because it was a lot of fun. So that it'll just mean you have to watch back the stream, because that was something amazing to watch. But unlucky about the second race, and a fantastic result in the first one. So congratulations on the first position, top of the podium for race 1. And looking forward to seeing you back next week. But
Of course. Can't wait.
Yay, excellent. We'll jump a little bit further along very quickly. Miku, how we doing?
Hello.
You hello, that's all we're getting from you today. Hello. How was your day? Hello. Talk us through your races then, if it was so hello.
Well, to be honest, there's not exactly much that I could say. First run was a bit bland. I was hoping that Cody and Parmesan would be going side by side a bit more, but unfortunately they ended up getting separated, and then, at that point that was basically it for the first run. Second run was one hell of a battle, I must say, though. Quite a few questions that I might have to be asking anyway. But one hell of a finish at the end.
It was. That was a hell of an entertaining race at the end of the 4 years. It could have gone any way, and the fact that none of us came together over the course of 2.5 laps was something phenomenal as well. Well, I don't know what happened at the last corner, though. We'll get to Mr. Rigweeby very shortly on that one. But yeah, it's the next few races that you're missing out on now, isn't it, Miku?
It will be, I think, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah. Oh well, some good points to get you on the board before that.
Yeah, but unfortunately, my chances at the title are probably gone at this point.
Oh, great result there from Mikkel right at the end. An absolute storm.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of have a few questions as to where the hell he's getting the overspeed from.
Oh, we're getting some Red Bull McLaren tactics into the FIA. We go. Right, I see where this is going. We'll leave the pit talk for another day. But yeah, apart from that, some good points on the board, and well, since we've still got you for a couple of rounds yet, we'll look forward to seeing you next week for sure.
Thank you.
And moving on, Rigweeby, how are we doing? Not bad results for you. You want to talk us through your races, and especially what happened at the end of race 2?
Well, of course, yeah. In the first race, I started from last, and I went from last to P8. I was a bit pushing too hard, so I made a mistake, and it turns out it didn't break my car, but I accidentally put it on the pit limiter. So yeah, it was over. So I started via the pits, and so yeah, I made some moves. In the second race, of course, P3. I don't know what Aiden was doing there in the first corners. He almost killed me there, but I survived. And then yeah, of course, Parmesan and Mikkel were catching up. Yeah, you know what? I said like, yeah, I just want to have fun, and so we did with bump drafting and side-by-side fights, and even a little bit 3 wides, which was absolutely crazy. I was fighting my life for this, and yeah, in the last corner, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, I want to talk about it. What happened?
The 3 of us, we wanted to go for P1 so bad. We went side by side in the last corner. Was not a good idea, to be honest. And so after that, yeah, we killed each other basically, and yeah, I'm exhausted after doing so much in that fights and side by side fights and everything. It was absolutely fun. That's for sure.
Oh, it looked like it. Well, you basically just handed Miku some extra points, so I bet he's a bit appreciative of that one with your gun.
Yeah. You know what? I just gave him some points because why not? He's a good friend of mine here in the championship, and he deserved it. To be honest,
you're a good guy. That was the whole plan.
Well, if you didn't lose the car, then I would have been 4th. And because the gap was only 6 between 3rd and 4th, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pure agreement. Oh well, unfortunately, you didn't get the third place, second place because of your heroics. But very nice of you to hand points out to other drivers. That's very caring of you. And we look forward to you hopefully not doing that next week and keeping your own points. That'd be great.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, hopefully that happened again. Like the fights, of course, not the crash. But yeah, I really enjoy it. Shout out to Michele Parmesan, of course, for the great fights, of course, and hopefully we gonna fight all season long.
Oh, please do, because honestly, that was the most. That took all of our attention. Sorry to
Yeah.
everybody else that participated in that race, but there was really only 4 cars to me in the second part of that race.
Yeah,
because,
yeah, I wanted to do this for the stream as well, so yeah.
You guys, you melt my heart. You're not getting a Christmas card. I don't care. Right.
Oh, come on.
All right, but thanks very much for that. Again, we'll look forward to seeing you next week. But we'll quickly move
Absolutely.
on. Chico, how we doing, buddy? Good to have you back.
Really good actually. I'm happy with fifth and sixth. I mean, I was just cruising, but when Cody decided to go faster, it was all of my heartbeat just went way higher than before. My peak was like 190 BPM somehow, as it recorded. But overall, the race was quite fun. I did not really make that much mistakes, as in Tatters. I made like hell of a lot of mistakes. But yeah, well, it got a bit boring when I was alone. I wished to be in the top 4 battle, make it a top 5 battle, or maybe a top 6 battle. Who knows? In the end. But yeah, it was a nice race, and I would say thanks to Ada for watching most of it also. And yeah.
Oh, thanks very much. That's awfully good of you. Yeah, as I said, it looked like it was just a very quiet, easy, slow running. Well, I wouldn't say slow running, but just a casual run for yourself. Cody was catching you at the end, the second race, but with his pace, did you think that was a bit inevitable? Were you going to hold him off if it was there, or?
I mean, I was like, oh. I need to really, really defend. And then, of course, at the first attempt when he tried to overtake, I had a bit of a oversteering moment, and we both kind of touched, and then Cody spun around. Then on the second one, I just decided to let him by because, well, it was unfair from me. So I decided to give him the P5 either way.
Oh, that was awfully good. Look at this. We've got drivers that share points and positions. It's just such a loving, sharing community we have here at Phoenix. Do you realise, guys, that if you have more points at the end, you win? So stop giving them away.
I helped Miro either way, thankfully.
Yeah. We won't promise you, but we're gonna try.
We're a team basically soon.
Soon. You just haven't decided yet. Where's the contractual paperwork not finished?
My job there was basically not crushing, but yeah, it happened. So yeah, we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that, right? I'll just erase that from the stream.
Podcast, you're gonna hear some funny moments between me and Miro, and everything will happen.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
There was a lot. I mean, there was in the past. I can just say there was a lot of thrown like these words like every time.
Why doesn't that surprise me? We use a lot.
That's just our mentality. That's just basically it.
Yeah, our mentality. But sometimes we just have fun, and yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be careful Mav doesn't go FIA and fine you for that.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
My bad. Oh. Wait, whoa.
Oh no!
Oh, gotta love it, boys. Well, we're gonna leave it there for now because we're gonna be back tomorrow with the Settle Corsa Competizione, and we're back here at the Nordschleife. And then we have LMU in the evening as well. I just need to double check where we are for LMU tomorrow. That's a good question. Where are we for LMU tomorrow?
Searching.
Ah, yeah, we're at Portugal tomorrow. So we're at the Algarve.
Ooh.
Somebody's got some lovely music in the background. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, that's opening.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
It's non-copyrighted. It's non-copyrighted. Don't worry.
Thank God.
Yes, thank you for the outro then. Well, hi folks, we'll be back tomorrow with ACC at the Nordschleife, LMU at the Algarve, and then Formula Alpha on Sunday as well. So a big thanks to me, Mr. DJ in the booth, and everyone else here at Phoenix Sim Sport. And we'll be back tomorrow with Mav at ACC. Have a good one, folks. See you later. Good night.
See ya.
Thank you, bye.